What up, dope? Darian McQueen checking in from Dallas. What's up with you, man? What y'all doing out there, man? Don Philly. What's going on, family? What y'all doing on a Saturday night, man? Oh, I see my boy Steph Curry is back in the lineup. Sacramento in the building. What's going on, Great Gooden? Sacktown. You gotta get you built. I'm built like a jar of crunchy peanut butter. Man, let me look at your profile pic, man. See where you at. You the kind of dude that put Bengay on your balls before you have sex just for that little titillating feeling. You doing weird stuff at the crib when you by yourself. As soon as the wife and kids leave, you get naked and put on George Michael father figure and start running around the house doing jumping jacks, ball slapping. Random question. Do you work at the Foot Locker on Grand River Green? No. I'm in California, my baby. I know where that Foot Locker is, though. Right there. It's still there, Grand River and Greenfield. Ain't that about what was that shopping center? Tax worker just went off. You had your African American. Oh man, listen, I put that voice on for that commercial, my G. Hi, do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more? I cover up all the tattoos and read off the teleprompter like, oh, this is what the check is. Let's get the money. Yeah, Mammoth. That's right, man. I stayed on the west side at Joy Road in Wyoming for, man, from 99 to 2002. I was always over there by Mammoth. It was something like, I think it was closing down around that time, though. Or is it still there? And then I sold insurance for United Insurance for like 3 years between '07 and 2010. I was all up and down, Finkel, Schoolcraft. I was all over the west side, collecting insurance and selling insurance for United Insurance. What up, Andre Moore? We talking about Mammoth. I lived at Joy Road in Wyoming for a minute, but then also between '07 and 2010, I was working for United Insurance. I was in and out of everybody, all kind of houses over there on the west side. Finkel, Schaefer, I was at Greenfield. I was all over the west side, collecting insurance. What y'all on Saturday night, man? What y'all got up? Everybody must be out doing their thing, man. I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I'm a hands-on kind of dude, man. So I got a Suburban. I'm putting back brakes on the Suburban. It took me 3 trips to the AutoZone just to buy the brakes, man. They kept giving me the wrong kind. It didn't have what I needed. And finally, I had to just get my money back and go to O'Reilly's. Apparently, AutoZone got a new system. Like, the people that work the counter at most AutoZones have no clue what they're doing at all. I went to O'Reilly's. They gave me the right brake pads I needed right off the rip. I like to do my own. Sometimes, man, these repair shops just be charging too much, especially out here, like for something minor. And gratefully, my dad kind of taught me the game a little bit, man. I do my own brakes, do my own oil changes. I mean, if it's some minor engine work, I do that. I change my own spark plugs. You know, if I'm working on an old school, I change the motor and transmission and stuff myself, man. It charge too much money, man. 7-47, Cedric? Bro, who won? Hopefully your son had 40. Your son team had 47. What up, Joe? Arlington, Texas. I was just out there for Christmas, man, out that way. I drove from Cali, man. Me and the kids, we hopped in the truck. We shot out there. It wasn't that bad of a drive, man. But my people live just outside of Dallas. Oh, man, it was beautiful. Your son's team got slapped around. 79-19. Boise, Idaho. What's up, Christopher Gomez? My man, 79-19. Hey, man, let me tell y'all this story. My son, he's 22 years old now. But when he was young, when he was like 5, he was like 4 or 5, he kept telling me he wanted to play basketball, right? So there was this rec center on 7 Mile called the Tyndall Rec Center. And my kids played basketball and baseball there. They tore it down. I don't know if they built a new one, but I know they tore that one down. But they played there, and my son was begging me. He wanted to get on this team, right? So I put him out there. And even at practice, I was like, man, I don't know if basketball is his thing, man. I don't know, man. So first play of the game, man, they put him out there, and he did a cartwheel, and it started doing like this. I was like, man, what's my man's doing, dog? He was doing this like he thought he was Spider-Man. He was webbing people on the basketball court, man. And the parents was looking at me like, what's going on with your son, man? Why is he webbing people? And during the timeout, I walk up to him. I'm like, man, what are you doing out here? Why are you doing cartwheels and webbing people, man? He was like, I'm just having fun, Dad. Like, my man's, you think you Spider-Man. I'm going to need you to hoop. And he thought he was Spider-Man the whole game, dog. He was doing this with his wrist. He was webbing people. I was like, oh, no, man. I got to watch from off by the door. I don't want to sit next to the parents because they're looking at me like, we know this is your son. Why is he out here? What's wrong with him? And it took a few years, and then now he was cold, unguardable, a lefty, crossing people over. Man, he's an excellent basketball player now. But, man, back then when he was hitting people with the web, I was concerned. I got a couple classic cars to flip. What's the best platform to showcase without parking them outside in the parking lots? I would say like Facebook Marketplace. Even Craigslist, even though now you got to pay $5 on Craigslist, but classic cars. What kind you got, my G? I'm looking for a classic. Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, and those will probably be your best platforms to get rid of them. The classic car game, it got so expensive. 63 Impala Hard Top, 52 Lincoln. Ooh, I want another G body, man. I want a Malibu, Monty, or a Cutlass. I even take a Malibu wagon. The last car I had was a Photo Cutlass, man. I had a 454 in it, turbo 400 trans, posi, 3-inch exhaust, shifter in the flow. I missed that car. Yeah, but those 3 platforms, man. Any of y'all got a G body, let me know. You got a 70 Monty? Ooh. I like them 70 Monte Carlo, especially the ones with the man, what do you call that shifter? It's a U shape. I forgot the name of it, man, but Man, my cousin Daryl had one of them with a 454 in it back in the day. That boy was stupid. What y'all got up Saturday night? Um, what's up, Carlton Banks? Are you enjoying the family? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Have y'all seen Top Gun Maverick? Bro, I watched Top Gun Maverick the other day, man. I was jumping up in my living room, yelling at the TV, dog. I have not watched a movie that good in a long time. I can't even front. Then that's something you can watch with your family. It ain't nothing weird. The dudes ain't doing nothing fruity. It ain't. It's just a good movie, man. Top Gun Maverick. Good movie, man. Y'all got to check that out. When will you? I'm probably gonna go back to Craig's show pretty soon, man. Just tap in. That's my homie, man. Hey, man. Hey, listen, Carlton. Top Gun. I'm talking about the new one, Top Gun Maverick. Fire. And I'm a heavy critic on movies. You know, I'm an actor. So I'm really and a writer. Man, it's great writing. It's great acting. It's just it's a really good movie. And not only that, man, I like good movies I can really sit down with my kids and watch. It ain't nothing worse than watching a movie and you see two dudes start kissing 10 minutes in for no reason. I'm like, man, come on, dog. I'm out. This is a really good movie your kids can watch. You got to check it out. You have to rewatch all the classics these days. All these new exactly, Christopher. I feel you. I've been watching the classics, man. I watched like Weird Science. I go back to all the 80s and 90s classics because it ain't no funny business in the movies, man. I don't want to watch Pulp Fiction because I can't. I don't, I don't want to see what happens in Ving Rhames again. But it's still some old classic movies that I love to watch, man. What did I watch? Like Uncle Buck was good. Um, Man, I feel you though. I've been on the classics. I've been on the classics lately. I'm tired of the funny business. The majority of movies is on Netflix now. It's funny, man. Netflix, Amazon Prime, it's so many channels, it's so many movies. But a lot of these movies be instituting a lot of the agenda. This is how I feel personally. I hate agenda in movies. I hate it. I don't care what the agenda is. If the agenda is louder than the plot, I don't want to watch it. Like, come on, man. You showed me the Ford Explorer 28 times in 10 minutes, man. Come on. Why is the agenda more important than the movie? And then not only that, if it's kids involved, why are you showing these type of funny relationships to kids? Like, it's hard to watch commercials with my baby girls. They're showing too much. Yeah, man. Yeah, these Gleam in the Q. That's Langston's movie right there. No, I ain't seen Mile 22. Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, that was real. Hey, Beverly Hills, that was lit. Charlie squatting while podding. I'm chilling in the chair, fam. Yeah, man, these commercials. So whenever I'm watching a commercial and I see two dudes shoulder to shoulder, I'm like, I can't even, I don't want this because they get ready to do something funny. I'm tired of agenda, man. I'm tired of agenda. Porky's was good. Name some other classic 80s movies. You know what movie? It ain't even just 80s. Let me tell y'all some of my favorite movies, man. Anchorman, Goodfellas, Wedding Crashers, Old School, Casino. That's like my top 5. Casino, Goodfellas, Wedding Crashers, Anchorman, Old School, Step Brothers, I didn't see Airplane. Fish to Save Pittsburgh. I think I saw that with Dr. J. I didn't see Hollywood Shuffle, bro. Five Heartbeats was lit. What's another good movie, man? Movies you can sit down and watch with your kids, man. Every Christmas, you used to watch The Christmas Story. 48 Hours is classic. I've never seen Deep Blue Sea. I didn't see Colors either. Do the Right Thing was lit. Some other classic movies, man. Some of them old Stallone movies was man, y'all. It's a movie y'all got to watch out right now. It's about Chuck Wepner. Chuck Wepner is the dude that Sylvester Stallone got his inspiration for on writing Rocky. There's a movie out right now starring Liev Schreiber. It's called Chuck. Oh, that movie lit. It just shows the backstory of the dude, Chuck Wepner, who the movie Rocky was wrote about. It was lit. Copland. Raging Bull. Raging Bull was good. I mean, anything Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro had a run. It was like Casino, Heat. Man, what else was it? He wasn't missing, bro. Bad News Bears was funny. Crooklyn was good. It is some TV shows out right now, though, that I watch that's pretty dope, and it ain't no weird agenda. Snowfall. It was one episode in Snowfall where it was I don't know why. John Singleton must have wanted this in one of the episodes, but there's a scene in one of the episodes of Snowfall where some gangster steals some money from Priest, not Priest, what's the nigga name? From Saint. And in this scene, this gangster, he's like, I'm gonna help y'all get the money back. And the way he helps them get the money back is he finds the dude that steals the money and bends this dude over and hits him to get the money. I'm like, come on, Singleton. My dog. That was the only way he could get the bread is by hitting the dude. Oh, BMF is lit. Friday's good. BMF series is my favorite show on right now. I love it. And I'm partial. I'm partial because I'm from the area. So I'm partial to BMF series. But BMF is one of the most I see so many TV shows and movies, and they don't get Detroit right. This one they actually did because they got Southwest T on set. They talking to Meech like, I'm so tired of these Hollywood people doing movies in areas and not getting consultation from the people who from that area. Like they did Mike Tyson like that. They did a whole Mike Tyson show. He didn't get a dime from it. Yeah, BMF is fire. Gangs of London got a little shaky. What they did was doing that activity. Gangs in New York was pretty dope. I like The Chosen. I really do. White Boy Rick was trash. It's clear that they didn't involve enough people from that time zone, that time frame. I couldn't watch it, man. I can tell. See, I don't know, man. I don't care what area, like The Wire, you can tell it was actually plugged in. I don't care what area you're from, Baltimore, Florida, Detroit, Chicago, LA, wherever you from, you can watch something and know, like, man, that ain't my hood. That ain't it. They ain't doing that over there. I don't know what is that? And that's what I hate about watching some movies and TV shows where I'm like, that ain't it, man. That's not. I ain't from Florida, but I can tell they ain't doing that. I don't feel it. A blow-up mattress with a real headboard. That's funny. You watched a movie called X. What was that about? My man said, I got a blow-up mattress with a real headboard. That's funny. That's too funny. We need to have a roast session, man. Matt Treese. I wish you had a profile pickup, man. Matt Treese, the kind of dude that what got you into acting, Charlie? Who were some of your inspirations? Man, I played football and basketball. And I ended up getting cancer when I was like 15. And I had to stop playing all sports. I had to do chemotherapy, all that stuff. And then I was hurt because I couldn't play sports no more. And my mom, man, I know she heard from God for real. I love my mom. She wrote a play at our church. Thank you, Via Vlogs, for the 199. Charlie looked like a boiled egg from Egypt. You done put somebody in the chat. Now I got to roast you. Via Vlogs. You got a pick in there too. Via Vlogs looked like the kind of dude that he lined up his pubic hair. He like put an arrow on his pubes, pull his pants down, he'd be showing the holes. Like, look, I lined up my pubic hair. He takes time. He put makeup on his balls before he sent out pipe pics. Thanks for the donation, Via Vlogs. Stop. The hoes are saying that you can put makeup on your balls before you send out pics, man. This nigga be sprinkling glitter on his balls before you send out pics. You know what got me into acting though is my mom wrote a play for me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't play sports no more because I had cancer. I was on chemo. She wrote a play and she was like, look, play this comedic character and just have fun with it. It's like she knew my gifts before I knew it. I was 15, 16 years old. Man, I played that character in the play and I was hooked. And I was doing stand-up comedy. My mama was really fighting for me, man. And then I kept getting in trouble at school because I was going through chemo and all this other stuff. And I was just rebelling. And my mama went up to the school and talked to my teachers and said, look, he going through cancer and chemo, blah, blah, blah. Can y'all let him get the last 5 minutes of class to tell jokes and see how he behaves? Turned everything around. Not all my teachers agreed, like 4 of them. So at the end of class, as long as I behaved, I told jokes at the end of class. And it got so popular that what they ended up doing is for Spirit Week, I went to Romulus High School. Romulus is where the airport is when you fly in. I went to Romulus High School, and that got so popular that what they did is during Spirit Week for homecoming, they had one day during the week. It was the comedy day. So it was one representative from each class got to stand on the tables in the lunchroom to tell jokes. And I stood on the table in the lunchroom, killed it. Of course, I won. But my mom really was instrumental in helping me find my gift. And then over the course of years, I kind of fell away. I was working, hustling, doing my own thing. And somebody walked up to me. I remember I was going to this church. It was on Telegraph in Chicago. It was Detroit World Outreach. And like 04, 05, I started going to this church, like turning my life around. And this dude walked up to me in the parking lot. He was like, man, the Holy Spirit told me to help you get an agent. I didn't even know dude. And sure enough, man, he walked me through all the steps, helped me get an agent. And I started booking commercials, man. Like I wasn't even looking for it, bro. I was working at Ford on the assembly line. And he helped me get an agent, and I started booking commercials, bro. So, yeah, Via Vlogs, you wild for that one, man. That one was funny. Charlie looked like a boiled egg from Egypt. So I don't know if y'all noticed lately, man, but it's like everything is kind of back. Everything is in full swing since COVID, but now the supplies everywhere has been running out so crazy. Like I went to Chipotle twice. First time I went, they didn't have no bowls. Second time I went, they didn't have no chicken. And I'm going to these places and they're running out of stuff so fast. And of course, California is so overcrowded. But it's weird because now everybody's outside. It's like entitlement is really high and joy is really low. You've been in the house for 2 years. And now all of a sudden you expect everybody to have everything for you right off the bat when you walk in. It don't work that way. So I've just been exhibiting a level of patience when I go to these places because I'm like, all right, they're probably understaffed. The supply chain is still weak because, I drove a truck for a minute, man. And driving the truck right now is like, Everybody's still shorthanded. They're still shorthanded on trucks. They're still shorthanded on supplies. Via vlogs, what you on? You said you won the competition, but not a bottle of Rogaine. You let me ask you a question. Via vlogs, if you had the option to if you was going bald and they told you they could give you some of your hair back, but they had to pull hair off of your ass to put it on your hair, but they was going to do it for free as an experiment, would you do it? Trucks finna be automated. I agree. I feel you. That's the whole, I know it's a conspiracy to some people, but I think the whole advent of 5G was so that we can do self-driving automated trucks and cars. It's AI getting ready to pop like crazy. And I think that's one of the reasons people was getting sick, because the 5G radiation was so off the chain. Our immune system couldn't handle it. I got something so weird right when it happened. You know, I got COVID a couple times, but like right when in the middle of it, I got shingles. I was like, man, I'm 44 years old. What am I doing with shingles? I feel like the 5G radiation or whatever is going on in the atmosphere was bringing out weird illnesses in people, dog. The skit with the lady going through my phone. Oh, I appreciate that, fam. How come you're not driving trucks now? You started to say something about trucks, but you stopped. No, man, Hollywood got weird and they wouldn't let me audition unless I took a shot. And I was like, I ain't taking that. So, you know, I quit for a bit. I quit for a season. I went and got my CDL and I jumped on the truck. And I was delivering food for Cisco Foods, man. It was good money. I was everywhere. And then while I was on the truck, I got a phone call from a producer wanting me to do a commercial. I'm like, look, I want this. I want XYZ. And I don't want to take no shot. And they agreed. And then, you know, I stopped driving. And I started training people for a while. I was working at a trucking school for a minute, but I'm glad I got my CDL. At any given time, I got something to fall back on. Hollywood get weird, money get tight. I know I can hop on the truck at any time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not driving right now, but I got all my endorsements, man. Hazmat, tankers, doubles, triples. You know what I'm saying? I encourage that. You get a CDL, you get all your endorsements. And that CDL money is stupid. It's definitely helped me. God bless you and your family. Thanks, Felix 8732. I appreciate y'all, man. And y'all hit the website. Y'all know I got a book. I Am Dirtbag on my website. It's a book. It's an audio book, my comedy special, and Roasting in Public. All three. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody that's been picking it up, man. Man, I sold quite a few last week. So hit the website, man. You know, I appreciate y'all showing love. I'm just be on here giving game, man. I ain't doing it for the likes and subscribers and views. Man, matter of fact, I had got off social media for a minute while I was on the truck. I wasn't looking at none of this. Like, man, I'm about to just go get this money. And I was driving one day, and you know, I got a flip phone. So I don't know what's going on social media. I'm just on the road. I got the GPS on the windshield, and I'm just on the road. And then my daughter called me. She was like, Dad, you gotta she was like, you know, one of your videos went viral. I was like, what video? So I did an interview. I did a podcast with my boy Craig Conant on his podcast. It's called Community Podcast. So I did a podcast and I was talking about how I got shot when I was 23 and blah, blah, blah. And the video did like 1 million in a day. And I was like, they want these stories. Okay, cool. So, you know, I jumped back on there. Y'all know me, man. I don't really like doing podcasts, man. I really don't. But, you know, because everybody got one. So that's why I just get on here and say and do whatever I want, because I really don't care, because I really don't like. I just like creating sketches, doing content. And I mean, I've been acting and doing comedy for like 12 years. So it's a bit of an adjustment for me to get on here and just talk because everybody's doing it. But If I can get on here and do and say whatever I want and I don't care, then I'm cool. But I never have no agenda attached to this. Charlie rides a horse and wagon with that flip phone. I got a technical file for excessive baldness. My website ain't pulling up. What you mean? Oh, it's iamcharlienewhart.com. My bad. See, man, I told y'all, dog. I'm not. This is not something that I'm really well versed in. I'm still learning. It's ilovecharlienewhart.com. Christopher J. Proud. What up, though? Yeah, hit the website, man. I got an audio book, Roasting in Public, and my comedy special is on there, bro. And it ain't number $22. And I know y'all balling, man. Show some love. Hit that boy. What's the Cash App? The Cash App is I am Charlie Newhart. Cash App, what is it? How come everybody changed their format on their podcast? Corey got rid of his crew. Craig messed up his format, and Grady can't get no view. I don't really know. I don't even know who Grady is. Everybody's still doing their thing. Look, we all creatives, and as creatives, we, sometimes we change up how we doing things. We trying to find our lane where we comfortable. Especially me on this internet, I don't really know. I can't figure it out. I'm new to this internet game. I'm like a year and a half. That's why I'm grateful for the 24,000. I don't know where these people came from. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I just love creating content that's like edutainment and it's funny. But man, what's my favorite G body? I appreciate y'all, man. I don't like doing the podcast. I can't even front, but I love helping people. So that's what I look at it. Like, I ain't doing a podcast. I'm helping people. And even if I'm just providing a level of entertainment and comedy, if I'm doing it for that, but just for me, the difference between me and a lot of these Hollywood dudes is they've been wanting to do this their whole life. They've been wanting to be famous. A lot of them was nerds, wouldn't get no box, wouldn't get no attention. They was weirdos their whole life, and all they wanted to do was get famous so they could get hoes. I had all of that. I was getting the attention and the women and everything I needed when I was working at Ford on the assembly line. I already had old school cars. I already had money. I was flipping houses when I was 22 years old. I was doing all of that. I wasn't trying to chase after this. It came after me. So that's the difference. Like, I stopped doing all of this tomorrow and I wouldn't even care. I hop on a truck. I go back to flipping houses. I still flip cars. This is the difference between me and Hollywood dudes. I get a check from Optima Tax Relief from a commercial, and it's very friendly. I go to the auction and buy 5 cars to flip. A lot of these dudes, it's some weirdos, man. I would choose a world without the internet. I hate the internet. I hate it. I love this flip phone, man. I love my phone. I love being away. I love nature. I love being in touch with God and spending time with Him. And I don't like the internet, man. But if I had to choose a G body, Monte Carlo SS, like an 86, 87 with the bubble back. Monte Carlo SS. But I'd have to change the motor. I'd have to put a 454 in it. Or LS with a turbo. That's what I'm looking for now. I got my eye right now on a Euro clip Cutlass, all white with the burgundy guts. I'm looking at 3 or 4 old schools right now. I'm trying to buy one in the next month. Yeah, Grand Nationals was cold. You and your wife watched the short on the Starbucks manager with the purple hair nails messed up with your order. You split. That's what I'm saying. This is how I'm using the internet. I may not like it, but I use it as a tool. That's why I don't have a smartphone, because if I use it as a tool, tools stay in the toolbox. You pull out the hammer to use it to build something and you put it back. That's how I look at the internet and all of these apps. They're tools, but I don't walk around with my hammer and everything on me all the time. Terrence Broughton. Terrence, if you live in the chat right now, You just bought my book and the comedy special and Roasting in Public. I just want to say thank you, my G. Appreciate y'all. Y'all show love to Terrence. Thanks for picking up that product, man. And they be saying black people don't buy nothing. That's you a damn lie, man. My people support. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, TJ. Thank you. Appreciate you. Have I ever been in Central Juvenile Hall, downtown LA? No, I haven't. But my son was in and out of juvie in Detroit all the time, man. He locked up now. Prayers up. Yeah, my son was wild. Yeah, I can't, man. I've been looking so intently at old schools, man. I've been looking for the last month. I looked at a Nova. I looked at a Cutlass, Monte Carlo. I done looked at about 6 or 7 of them. And I'm just being patient because I bought my Suburban about a month ago, but I waited about 2 months before I bought it. I kept looking like, no, that ain't it. That ain't it. Like, I know what I want and I'll take my time. I would really, if I'm gonna get a Cutlass, I want a T-top Euro clip Cutlass with a shifter in the flow. And it ain't gotta have no motor and trans. I would prefer it don't have a motor and trans because I'm gonna put, either I'm gonna put a 454 and a turbo 400 trans or a 5.3. And I already found the 5.3. I already found the 454, and I found a turbo 350 trans. Change the rear end. I'm gonna put a posi in it and put the concert in it, man. 415s with a 454. Whoa. I don't care nothing about these electric cars, man. They need to quit with this agenda. Nothing can beat the sound of a 454 with 3-inch exhaust with 415s in the trunk. I'll pull up on you and I'll race anybody. I'll race vet. I was beating Corvettes in the Cutlass I had. I wish I never would have sold that Cutlass, dog. Playing Jeezy. I come through listening to Standing Ovation with 415s in the trunk. Woo! I've been doing this since I was 16. That's why I didn't care nothing about Hollywood. I was famous in my own mind in the hood. I had a 79 Monty when I was 17. I had a 79 Monty on spokes, 212s, 350, sky blue. What could you couldn't tell me nothing. Jewelry, I jewelried up, getting money like at 17 years old. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to choose being a fake Hollywood dude and on the red carpet and all these shows, or being in an old school on Jefferson, a clean old school, listening to Jeezy with 415 trunk, I choose option B. Put me in old school. Pull up somewhere, grab some food. Even in the wintertime, I got a make on in a 86 Grand Prix with T-tops. Nigga. 01 Z28 Tamaro T-top. Oh, you got an 01 Z28? I'm destroying you. Destroying you in the Cutlass with a 454. Destroying you, dog. 454, turbo 400 trans, posi, 3-inch exhaust, MSD. How are you? There's no way you seeing me. 200 SS with a 427. Woo! A 2000 SS. Hey, them was hard though. Them was hard. Them boys were super hard. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll race anybody. Pull up. I'm probably gonna get this car. I'm looking for the G body. I'm gonna get it in the next 2 weeks, and I'm gonna put pictures of it on my IG. But I want something I can fix up with no motor, no trans. I'm gonna tell you what was lit. I had a Regal. I bought it with no motor and no trans. I put an Oldsmobile 403 in it with a turbo 350, and I put a rear end in it from a Caprice because it was a posi. That motherfucker was so fast. It was so fast, nigga. It scared me. I don't know if y'all ever seen a 403, but the pistons is the size of CDs. It's like a big block in a small block frame. They put them in the 79 Trans Ams. Oh my God. That boy was, whoo. He put an 06. Oh yeah, them boys are super. You want a 70 Superbird? 7 Mile and Schaefer, nigga. You already know. Yeah, manuals. I heard somebody say this a long time ago. When you driving an automatic, it's aiming. Actual driving is having a manual shifter. That's funny. What kind of cars y'all got out there? I want to do a car show pretty soon in Detroit. I'm really thinking about this summer. Like doing a car show. 2010 Maxima. Them boys jump out too. You one of the best roasters. Get on Roast Me. You'd kill everyone. That's a great way to market yourself. Everybody keep telling me to get on Roast Me, man. Y'all, I'm gonna reserve my comments. If y'all only knew. I've never made an effort to get on that show, but somebody came to me and asked me to get on there. So I'll talk about that at another time. 2000 SS Camaro, a 93 Tercel. That boy Evan got a 06 Prius. The driver's seat smell like booty meat. He be driving around in some thin hoop shorts on and no drawers, man. As soon as, if it's summertime in Evan's Prius, you open up that door, the funk will knock you to your knees, man. He got a wet rag on the passenger seat. I don't know what he be using it for, but it's just a little moist rag. You got an 87 Monty SS Aero Coupe? Cut it out, dog. Cut it out. I damn near don't believe you. That's the car I want right there, man. Them boys is so hard to find. I've had so many Monte Carlo SS's. Never had the Aero Coupe. I'm going to tell you what my favorite old school. I had a 75 Delta 88, all white with the white guts. That was one of my favorite whips. 215s in the trunk, on spokes. It was a monster. I got it on my IG page. But my favorite car overall to pipe out is a four-door Caprice. Take an 89 four-door Caprice and put a big block in it with the pound on some 28s. Whew. Man, unreal. Box Caprice, yes, sir. I love box. I done had so many box Caprices. Box Caprices is my favorite. On shoes, I remember I had one. I had a pearl white one, burgundy interior. I had it at the tire shop, putting the shoes on it. And this dude walked up to me. This is how I am, though. I'll sell the shoes off my feet for the right price. Right? I'm at the tire shop putting the shoes on it. This dude walked up to me like, man, I'll buy that from you right now. I didn't believe him. I was like, man, I got the title at my house. You give me, I forgot what I sold it for. Way more than what I bought it for. Man, you give me XYZ. He was like, bet, I got you. I said, well, meet me at the house then. 20 minutes later, he pulled up at the house with the cash. Here go the title, man. I wish I would have kept that, boy. Your grandma gave you her box Caprice freshman year of high school? Man, I'm jealous. Man, I'm jealous, bro. That boy, I bet you it was so clean. What color was it? 70 Chevelle SS is the best muscle car? Yeah, that and the 69 Z28. My dad had one of them. Oh, man, Grand Nash. Them Grand Nationals, man. I remember seeing them at the racetrack. Detroit Dragway in Brownstown. I remember when they came out. I seen Grand Nationals racing against IROC Z's. So in 88, my dad had a brand new IROC Z, red, T-tops with the gray interior. And we would be, he had us in the car. So 87, I was 10. He had me and my brother in the car. He was racing people up and down Telegraph. Everywhere he went, he was racing everybody. Two-tone gray and burgundy with the burgundy interior. Ooh, I see it. I see that Caprice, my G. And I know it was clean because Granny had it. 70 Chevelle with 454, yeah, man. Cars is my thing, dog. What's your opinion on these new muscle cars, Demons, Hellcat? Hey, man, I like them 392s and them Hellcats. Oh, exactly. The 80s was too fun. My dad raced everywhere he went. So my uncle had a Z28 and a Nova. My dad had an IROC he raced on the street, and then he had a race car he took to the actual drag strip. He had a Camaro that was fully caged, tubbed. It had a 502 in it, I think. And he was running nines in the 80s. He was always winning money at Detroit Dragway. So he had a race car he raced on the weekends. He put it on the trailer. We'd go with him. Me and my brother was his pit crew. Then he had an IROC Z he raced during the week. Then he had a blue 70 Camaro. He had about 3 or 4 hot rods, and all his homeboys had hot rods. So, of course, growing up, man, I can't pull up in no, I couldn't pull up in no Tempo or Topaz. I had to have something off the chain every time. Like, wait a minute, you Wayne, son, you driving this? Christopher, I like them 392s. I like the Hellcats. I wouldn't mind having a Hellcat. It's just too expensive, one. And two, it's people buying them that don't know how to drive. They tear them up. Tearing them up, man. Man, that sounds like that Aero Coupe sounds stupid. Birmingham, what up, though? You heard of the Black Ghost Charger? No, I never heard of the Black Ghost Charger. My dad had a used car lot in Southwest Detroit on Michigan Avenue in between Wyoming and Illinois, right across the street from the McDonald's. Man, I miss that car lot so much, man. Man, we go to the auction and just, man, we had so many cars, so many dope cars. I remember my daughter, she's 27 now. She was working at the lot. This was 5, 6 years. She was 21. She bought a vet. She bought a Corvette, an old school Corvette, like an 86, 87 from the car lot. Had it for like 6 months, flipped it. People were so shook, like, man, what you doing in this vet? Mobbing. So many old school cars. I drive whatever, though. Horns on it on Sundays. How much did it take to build a car back in them days? It's so expensive now, G. Toledo, Ohio, 419. Straight Savage. What up? I got a cousin in Toledo. I mess with Toledo, man. I mess with Toledo for real. Used to be this little club in Toledo I used to go to. Definitely have a takeaway out of there every time. Your uncle used to tell me about a Detroit cop who had a 70 black Charger that used to walk dudes, street racing and speed. Man, I got to ask my dad about that, man. Yeah, Chris, it's so expensive to build these cars nowadays, man. It kind of is, but it kind of ain't. This deal's still to be got if you patient. And now that's where I'm at now. I'm just patient. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at some of these G bodies, some of them really high, but some of them really ain't that bad. Cause I want one without a motor and a trans. I want a clean body, clean interior, but no motor, no trans. I want to be able to do my own thing. It's still some deals to be got if you're patient. And also, too, it ain't really, at least from what I found, it ain't that expensive to build a 5.3. Or you go to the junkyard and get a 454 that came out of a Suburban or a camper or something running 60, 70,000 miles. Like, so, like if I was really doing it on a budget, man, I take one of them 454s out of a camper and just change the camshaft and the lifters and maybe put some different heads, maybe some oval port heads on it or something, and like an Eldebrock intake, put some headers on it and just drive. I wouldn't even rebuild it, just drive it, just put a turbo 400 on it. So I think like if you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking for, I don't think it's really that expensive. But I think at face value, a lot of this stuff is super. Like the price for these G bodies is stupid, dog. It's too high, man. There's no way a raggedy 85 Cutlass is supposed to be selling for $5,000. That's a $500 car, man. Problem is stupid people out there paying it. And as long as people paying it, that's what they selling for. Some raggedy ass Cutlasses, raggedy ass Monte Carlos out here in California selling for $4,000, $5,000. I'll be like, why is this nigga asking this, man? This is a piece of shit. Oh, 70 Superbird, my G. That would be old school game in Cali is it's weird because if your car is older than 1975, then you don't have to get it small. So I can understand if those cars are expensive. But then from 75 on, like if you got an 82 Cutlass here in Cali, you got to get it small. How you gonna put a big block in an 82 Cutlass and still get it small? It's damn near impossible. So to me, them cars should be selling cheap. They still high as hell. And people paying it. If that's the problem, man. That's why I don't really believe in recession. All it is fear. It's people afraid to spend money. So there's no lack of it. There's no lack of product. There's no lack of money. It's just people afraid to spend it. That's the recession. But then all of a sudden, when people come out of recession, they start spending money like crazy and spending too much money. What y'all paying for these Cutlasses and Monte Carlos is stupid. Inflation too. Folks don't want nothing less than $1,000 for any. It's weird, dog. The price of the brick has went up so stupid, man. I don't understand why people paying it. I refuse to pay it. Refuse. And not only that, I show up somewhere and look at your car and tell you what I think it's worth just to step on you. You know what I'm saying? Some of these Monties and old schools I'm looking at, I tell the dude flat out, man, this car is only worth $1,500, bro. What do you mean? I'm asking $5,000. You asking too much, man. You got rust on the quarter panels. There's rust behind the rear end, all on the frame. There's holes in the floor. Why are you asking $5,000 for this car, fam? It's a $1,500 car, and that's why you've had it for 8 weeks. Oh, whatever, man. I'll sell it. Yeah, you're gonna sell it, but it's gonna be for $1,500, not for this $5,000. You need to lower your price. Some of these people that I'm talking to, I'm telling them the real. You want too much for this, dude. Why are you asking $5,000 for an '84 Monte Carlo with a rusty frame? Man, you should jump off a bridge. Floor plan rotten, and you know them G bodies, the frame behind the rear tires, in most cases is rotted out. You can hear it when you hit a bump. Chill out, bro. Yeah, most people don't know better. That's true, but that's why I'll tell them. I'll tell you I feel you. I'm on the same tip, straight savage. I'll tell you your car, man. This car is not worth this money, man. It's not worth it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Frame is rot, quarter panel. You know what I'm saying? Your door locks is popped out. It was a dude selling a Malibu with all the locks popped out. Dude, I got to get locks. You want too much, man. And not only that, man, I can tell on Facebook Marketplace, you've been trying to sell this car for 16 weeks. Why you think it ain't went nowhere? It's a piece of shit, man. So tell you what, lower that price from I'm this kind of dude. Lower that price from $5,000 to maybe $1,700 and maybe we can talk. Oh, you're crazy. Okay. I bet you have it another 6 weeks. Here's my number. You change your mind. You want too much. Yeah, most people don't know. They don't know what they're looking for, man. There's a lot of people buying these old school cars. They don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what they're looking for. It's all good. But I'm going to be patient. And death and life is in the power of the tongue, so I'm going to just speak it out. I'm going to get a super clean old school with no motor and trans, or just some garbage motor that I'm going to take out. And it's going to be so clean. Clean exterior, clean interior, T-tops maybe. And I'm going to get it for the low, like $2,000 or under. For the low. We'll be able to get a 5.3 with a turbo 350 or 454 with a turbo 400 trans for the low. I'm going to be able to get it so low, and I'm going to hook it up, put some 12, put some 15s in the trunk, put some shoes on it, and it's going to be my vacation on wheels. Some of us as men, we need that as a hobby, man. Our wives, you know what I'm saying, or girlfriends, they may not understand, like, why you do that? This is my hobby. I can get in this and put some Gap Band on or some Rick James and just ride and come back to just a clear head. Ebony Brandon, what up, though? They're still out here hiding. Yeah, they out here hiding in the barns and garages. If you patient, I'm telling you, if you have a level of expectation and you patient and you got money stacked, the right car will run up on you. I promise you. I'm looking. I've been looking for a month, and I'm just taking my time. But I know I want. What y'all know about them Oldsmobile Omegas, like 76, 77? It's the same body style as a Nova. I saw one the other day that was so clean. Oxnard, California City, Fairfield. You're right about Oxnard. I saw a Nova by California City, by a base. You're right. It was a military base. It was California City or somewhere else. It was so clean, bro. Four-door. So clean. They don't be wanting too much for them Novas. Glad you do your thing. Miss seeing you, Rose Duncan on Craig Fat. They're my brothers, man. I had such a good time. Man, a lot of y'all don't know this, man, but I live about an hour and a half from LA. So I would drive an hour and a half to go to the show, be there for 2-3 hours, and drive an hour and a half back. And I had no social media. So I wasn't really doing the show for clout or notoriety. It was during the pandemic. I was doing it for community. I had no social media. You know what I'm saying? I just love being in the room, roasting and clowning and having ball. I had no social media. And I remember Brandon and Craig was like, why you don't have no social media? I was like, bro, I'm an actor. I've done, us actors, we quick to name our credits. I've done Star Trek. I've done Chicago PD. I've done several commercials. I don't need the internet. It was like, look, bro, you need to get on this internet. This internet is the new streets. This is where the money is. In case Hollywood is weird, you got the internet. And they was pressing me so hard. You got to have an IG. You need to get on YouTube. I showed up with no social media and a flip phone because I didn't feel like I needed it. Because I met Craig. Me and Craig sold out a comedy show. We sold out the Comedy Union like 5 years ago. And I sold out the Comedy Union with no social media with a flip phone, hitting the streets. I had already been doing other comedy shows, but me and him sold out the Comedy Union. And then he said he was about to have a podcast. And I was like, man, I want to get on that, boy. But the whole time it was pressing me about doing social media, and I didn't want to do it. So I never did it for no clout or no money or no. I just wanted to help bro build this channel. And I just wanted to be in a room with some real brothers, you know what I'm saying? And I had a good time, dog. Yeah, Craig is family. Craig is family, man. Yeah, man, them roast sessions used to get heated. But I grew up roasting. Like in high school, that's all we used to do at the kitchen, not kitchen table, but at the lunchroom table every day. Every day at lunch is just roast and roast and roast. So when I was in that room with them and roasting, this reminded me of high school. I'm like, oh, this is home. That's why it's impossible for me to get offended from roasts. I've been roasting all my life. It don't bother me at all. I love doing it. But sometimes some people, some people, everybody can't handle roasting. Oh, combat roasting is mandatory, man. But everybody can't handle roasting, man. Everybody can't, especially if you ain't been used to it. Man, I used to get teased so much in junior high. I was on the honor roll with glasses. I used to get cooked. And that's what turned me into a roaster. I want y'all to hit the website, man. Hit the website, iamcharlienewhart.com, man. I got Roasted in Public on there. Got my comedy special and my ebook on there for the gravy price. Chicago Sean, what up, though? Y'all hit the website if you don't mind. Corey Holcomb is a beast. I only met him that one time when he came to the show. He a real dude, man. Real dude. He funny, but he's a GOAT. And his setups is just so stupid, but he been doing comedy. My 80-page book. No, I got an ebook on my website. Go check it out. My 80-page book. You know what? This is what somebody told me. One of my good friends is a best-selling author. And I was like, man, I want to write a book. He was like, but Charlie, people don't know you. He said, especially black folks, they don't read. So don't put out no 300-page book when people don't know you and you speaking to the urban community. They ain't gonna read it. He said, do a short book. So I was like, all right, I'll do like an 80 to 100-page book. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about, somebody asked me about Corey, how he is behind stage. I only met him once. He's just a real dude. He's funny. His timing is impeccable. You could tell he's seen a lot of life, and he's developed a way to turn it into comedy, which I just think Corey is like in my top 5 of comedians of all time. Hilarious dude. So to be a chance to be in the room with him, talk to him, you know what I'm saying? He's just you a teacher and you hate reading? Oh, come on, man. That's why I got an audio book. You got to go to the website and get the audio book. But man, we had a really dope discussion on them old schools, man. Y'all got me ready to go get a Monte Carlo tomorrow. Just got to take my time. What y'all got up this weekend though? What's the last movie y'all watched? God kept me out the streets. You gotta do an episode on your testimony, big bro. Man, I'm on the bus. I can't save enough to get a whip. I can't be hollering at women with no car. Can't seem to save enough. Hey, but at least you working at it though, man. How many jobs you got? Get another gig. Start working on your skills. Like if you had all the money in the world, what would you do with your time? And whatever that answer is, you need to start sewing into that, whether it be school, reading a book. When you're doing what you love, it really ain't no job. This is how I look at jobs. This is how I taught my kids. Use your job to fund what you love. Don't use your job to create no bills. You know what I'm saying? And I know as grown men and women, we got to take care of our families. But at some point, you should be using your job to fund some of the stuff that you love. I've sacrificed a lot. Like, man, Ocean was a good movie. From Hot Wheels to video games to building my own Hot Wheels. Yeah, you got to do what you love, man. There's some books that I can recommend to y'all. I'm going to put my email in here. There's some books that I can recommend to y'all. Because, Alan, one of the reasons I'm doing this is I want to help y'all get to the next level. I Am Dirtbag. I don't have physical copies. I got the ebook. Alan, I hope you're still on. I just put my email in the chat. I want you to email me. And, bro, I do want to do my part to just help you get to that next level. If what you're saying is true, I do want to help you. You send me an email, and I can recommend some books and some steps. I don't know it all. You know what I mean? I'm a blue collar dude. I used to work on the assembly line in Detroit. I had no clue I was going to live in Cali doing what I love to do. I didn't know. I didn't see it, but God did. One of the main things I want to suggest to y'all is I keep saying this every episode. Take out a piece of paper. Don't put it in your phone. You take out a piece of paper. Write down 3 short-term and 3 long-term goals. Put a piece of tape on it. Put it on your wall. That's one of the main things I want y'all to do this year. If you haven't done it already, put it on your bathroom mirror. When you brush your teeth, look at it. And say it out loud. All right? Habakkuk 2, verse 2 through 3 in the Bible, it says to write the vision, make it plain, and that vision will come to pass. You got to write it down. Whatever you're trying to do. It's cool if it's in your head. It's better if it's wrote down on a piece of paper. How do you deal with non-believers that questions your relationship with God? I ain't really mad at nobody. I feel like the Bible says that in the last days, the enemy, not even the last days, it just says that the devil will blind the minds of people. So when I'm dealing with somebody who, they don't believe in God or they questioning my faith, I almost feel sorry for them. Like, man, hey, man, I'm praying for you, but your mind is blinded. So, hold on. Spit. Yeah, I ain't really mad at nobody. Like, man, your mind is blinded. Praying for you. And plus, too, man, not everybody. It's like I speak English. That's the only language that I know. If somebody come up to me and start speaking Mandarin, Spanish, I'm not going to understand what they're saying. It's not a language I understand. That's kind of how I feel about spiritual matters. You know, if you're not spiritual, if you're not a believer, then you don't understand my language. So why would I argue with somebody? That's like somebody yelling at me in Mandarin. I'm gonna be like, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know that language. That's kind of how I feel about spiritual matters. That's why I don't argue with people. If your mind is blinded, if you're an unbeliever, I'm not going to waste time arguing with you. I'm going to just pray for you, for the Lord to open up your eyes and your heart for you to see. Because I've just seen too much for me not to believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had cancer, 2 surgeries, 8 months of chemo. When I was on the table, I saw angels around me. I know I saw them. And people was telling me, you didn't see angels. Like, oh, okay. You can tell me what I saw. All right, cool. Your mind is blinded. When I was 23, I got shot. The bullet went through my arm, and then they pointed the gun up my face, and the gun jammed. Oh, that's just luck. Okay. God holds our life in his hands when it's up to him when we leave here. You know what I'm saying? I've just seen too much, bro. I remember when I was 15, I rode out in the middle of the street in front of a car. It was doing like 45 miles an hour, and I heard this voice in my ear say, jump. I jumped, and the car hit my bike, ran over my bike. I hit the windshield, rolled over the roof. The car crushed my bike. What was that in my ear that said jump? Oh, that could have been this is how non-believers. That could have been anything. That could have been come on, man. That was God. But I've seen too much. I ain't got to argue with nobody. I pray. Oh, I just when I see an unbeliever arguing with me about what I believe, I'll be like, oh, I feel sorry for you. Your mind is blinded. Oh. Have you used Copart Auto Auction? Exactly. With Revelation says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. That's how we beat up the devil, by saying what God did. I love in John, it talks about like during what was it? Palm Sunday, when people came to see Jesus. They not only came to see Jesus, they came to see Lazarus, who was raised from the dead. That was a walking testimony. Everybody knew Lazarus was dead. He was walking around next to Jesus, like, what up, Jesus? You want some juice? What's going on? Like, I don't know what he was doing, but Straight Savage, thanks for the 10 ball. Like, they came to see Jesus. They came to see Lazarus too, because he was a walking testimony. He was dead. The same with the apostles. It was a dude standing in front of the temple when the apostles was walking in and out, like Peter and Saul or whatever. Peter and John, I forget who it was, but they was walking in, and it was a dude who couldn't walk, and they healed him. And then when the high priest was upset with him and mad at him, the dude who wasn't walking was standing next to him, and it was like, man, how can we condemn Paul and them when the dude that he healed is right next to him? A testimony just shuts everything up. Straight Savage, appreciate the 10 bucks, fam. Let's see what you're saying. Question for you in the whole chat. How do I get my inner circle of bros to maximize their potential at life? I see the potential, but they just seem to let life hit them like a ton of bricks. Man, all you can do is really pray for them and live in front of them and let them see. Because this is how I feel like. Ministry is sowing seed, not planting trees. Sometimes we just want to plant a tree in somebody's life, like, here, you should be living this way. Nah, it's to sow a seed over time. They need to see you living it, to see you doing it. And the best advice comes when people ask for it. Let them see you doing it. Do it as big as possible in your own way. And then when they ask you what it took for you to get that, you should do this or you should do that. But But I feel you though, man. It just shows that you got a good heart, though, Straight Savage. You want your people around you to, have the same level of lifestyle, the same level of joy that you have, but like they gotta want it like you did. And I just say keep living in front of them, man. Keep living in front of them and keep praying for them, because prayer is powerful, even though some people don't believe in it. But I've read so many studies where like our prefrontal cortex changes while we're praying. And not to get too scientific, but like an MRI shows that our brain waves are different while we pray. And that not only calms us down, it gives us a level of peace with what's going on around us, but it works. Pray for your people, live in front of them, and then when they ask you, then you have something ready for them. But homework, I like what Will Smith did with his brother-in-law. His brother-in-law was watching him and blah, blah, blah. And then finally was like, Will, I want to get to your level. I want to do this, this, that, and the third. And I think he was a fat dude too. And Will was like, all right, so you want to work with me on a project? You want some of the things that I have? Okay, go lose 30 pounds and then talk to me. So like 2 months later, the brother-in-law showed up at a family reunion or something and walked up on Will, and they couldn't recognize him. He was like, oh, so you lost it? He lost the 30 pounds. He was like, what's the next thing? So Will kept giving him assignments to see where he was at. And then once he completed all those things, and then they worked together. But it was his brother-in-law's hunger for change is what made him give him the game. Sometimes you can't give people the game if they don't have the hunger for change. Jay Jimerson, what up, though? Thanks for the email, Alan. I'm going to tap in. That's how I feel, fam. I feel like if I eat, we all got to eat. But we only as strong as the weakest link. So sometimes I have to do a circle check. And I've had to walk away from some friendships and relationships because I'm like, man, they wasn't really on it the way I was on it. You know what I'm saying? Or they got so much negativity that it's hurting the relationship. But I'm gonna check the email this weekend, Alan, and I'm gonna send you, some book suggestions, and however I can help out, my G. But yeah, I had to do a circle check, man. I'm gonna tell you something else I do every now and then too, and this may not be the best practice, but I change my phone number every now and then. And sometimes it's old habits die hard, but I got a flip phone, but I change my phone number every now and then just see who worked to get back at me. I just clear the slate. Like, man, I'm tired of all these niggas, man. I'm gonna just change my number. And then the ones who want to get at me in IG, or which I don't even check my IG. My brother runs my IG, but he'll let me know if it's somebody important, or they'll email me, or like the people who really want to get in touch with me, they'll get at me. But sometimes I just change my number. But I appreciate y'all, man. Hit that website, iamcharlienewhart.com. Get that audio book, comedy special, Roasted in Public. I ain't got no orange juice today. I got Wawa. I got agua. We appreciate you doing the channel and tapping that with it. Hey, much love, Gomez. I'm getting ready to get off of here, man. I had a good time. I just wanted to tap in real quick. This is what I believe, man. Anybody that's ever gave me game, I usually like put a couple dollars in their hand or something. I just appreciate all y'all that's been showing love. They say my people don't give, but y'all have, man. Buying books, showing love. I appreciate everybody that tapped into the Cash App, and I don't take it for granted, man. But I ain't doing this for the money or the likes, but I love to see that people appreciate the little bit of knowledge and game that I do have. What I got in the works now is I've been writing commercials lately. I don't know if y'all see what I did for Source Trucking Academy, but I wrote a commercial, went over there with a production crew. We shot it, and then I pulled clips out to do Roasted in Public. So that's kind of what I've been getting more to. I got a production company called Seven Mountains Productions. So what I've been doing lately is writing commercials and just approaching companies like, hey, look, I shoot this commercial. This is blah, 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 blah. So it's really been a lot of fun being on the production end of it. And I've done so many commercials for so many other people, kind of been able to learn the game. And Christopher Kerr, thank you, sir. It's a gram of weed hitting in that chimney. Oh, you wild, dog. Christopher Kerr, let me roast you, man, since you done dropped something in the chat. Christopher Kerr. Let me get an imaginary profile pic of you. Christopher Kerr. Christopher Kerr got keloids behind his ears, man. He's so mad about it because he wants some hoop earrings so bad, but his keloids look so horrible. Every time he try to put an earring in, he get another keloid. Christopher Kerr got Popeye's chicken wrappers on the passenger seat of his Toyota Celica right now. TJB, you bought a book from me. I appreciate you, but I got to get you, TJ. TJ, the kind of dude you'll see him at any stoplight rolling a booger in between his finger and his thumb, and he don't think nobody's seeing him. Like, we know what that is, dog. You gonna flick that out the window or what? TJB got he got a blanket on the passenger seat of his car. He always throw over his lap every time he drive past a playground. And they're waxing his carrot at the playground. The sniffing swings at the playground, man. He might be on the list. Jessica, I'm not quite sure who you are in the chat, but thank you so much for grabbing the book and the Roasting in Public. Appreciate you for the love. Jayla, Jessica Ayala, Jay Ayala. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the audio book. I hope you enjoy the comedy special and Roasting in Public. Man, from me to you, I want to say thank you. Much love. 100%. What y'all on out there? Appreciate you. 100%. I'm gonna do 10 more minutes. I'm gonna go for like 12 more minutes, 11 more minutes. Any questions, anything y'all would like to see on my channel, any suggestions? Like, I'm open, man. I balance humility and authority. So any suggestions, ideas, Q&A, let me know in the chat right now. Air Force Ones, or I'll take the mids. Oh man, thank you. Felix, I appreciate you, family. Much love. What y'all want to see, man? I've been dropping shorts like crazy. Them shorts is kind of what helped blow my channel up, man. Like, I put a bunch of testimonies out, man, and I think one of them is at like 3 million. But any kind of suggestions or things that y'all would like to see on the channel, man, let me know. But I'm gonna keep doing some sketches too. I think I'm gonna do most of my sketches on the shorts. But Marshall Trucking, thank you for the 1999, my G. All love. Man, what kind of Q&A you got, Marshall, or any suggestions or things that you'd like to see on the channel? Christopher Kerr, started paying myself through my LLC. Christopher Kerr, that's good news, my G. Man, that blesses my heart, man. I'm telling you. And y'all know, and I keep saying this, I hate doing podcasts. And I don't think that's ever going to change. But what I love to do is help people. It damn near brings tears to my eyes when I see somebody starting off in one place and they end somewhere else just by listening to the things that God gives me to give you. Like, I ain't smart enough, but if God gives me some wisdom, I'm going to give it to y'all. And if you apply some of these steps and I see that it works in your life, like one dude tapped in a couple weeks ago and said it, you know, he was listening to me and made a few adjustments in his life and stopped drinking and did do a few other things in his life, man. That brings tears to my eyes, man. That blesses me so much. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I want to build such a great, strong community of men and women who like take charge in their community and make changes in the circle around them, because there are a lot of y'all out there that are generation breakers. There's certain things that's been on the generational bloodline for years, and you're going to be the one that break it. You're going to be the first one to go to college, or you're going to be the first one to make $1 million, or you're going to be the first one to buy a house, or you're going to be the first one to start an LLC, or you're going to be the first one. And just like when David killed Goliath, a bunch of other people start killing giants too. Y'all going to be giant killers, man. You're going to kill a giant. You're going to do something new in your family, and everybody going to be like, oh, straight up, I'm going to do it too. More interviews with senior citizens? Dog, you serious? Y'all gonna be the generation breakers, man. Y'all gonna be the world changers. Y'all gonna repair the breach, restore the past in your family, amongst your friends, and in your circle. Like old boy from Toledo. What's your name? Straight Savage. You got such a passionate heart for your people, Straight Savage. You want to see everybody change and grow. You're going to be the one to break the generational iniquities on your family bloodline, amongst your friends. Once they see y'all doing it at a high level, not even just at a high level, like doing something different than you always was. Like, everybody was used to you living one way. Then all of a sudden you read a book, or you watched a podcast, or you did something that was just, you made a change, and they noticed it, like, dang, why is such and such, why are they doing that now? You're going to be the one to make the change. And that's what I want. That's why I'm rooting for y'all. Hey, man, yeah, do senior citizens do got wisdom, man. My parents are senior citizens now. That's why thanks for the $2.99, Chris. That's why I be having my parents on. You know what I'm saying? Because my parents have been married for 48 years. No, 49. They got some wisdom. That's why I try to get them on as much as possible, man. I wish I could have, when I went to Texas, could have interviewed both of them on my show. But I sat down with my brother. But yeah, senior, older people, man, definitely got some wisdom. So yeah, what would y'all like to see? I started a new business. How much more money should you invest into a startup right off the gate without getting to personal savings? Man, I guess it would depend on the business model, and necessity breeds creativity, right? So if you act like the personal savings don't exist and the money you have in the budget is all you have to use for this business, the necessity will breed creativity. Meaning, if you know you only got $6,000 to work with, or $500 to work with, whatever it is, only use that. Act like the personal savings don't exist. So if you got to be creative with this, then you're gonna find certain ways to really make it happen, and lean on the people you know. Man, when I was starting businesses, and I helped my dad. My dad started a car lot, and he started it and didn't like it, so he was never there. He basically gave it to me. Here, I'm tired of this. You run it. And I was there by myself. Actually, it was me and my two little kids. It was 3 and 1. 2 and 1, actually. It was both in diapers. My dad had a car lot he didn't want. He basically gave it to me. And I was like, how can I build this business with these 2 kids in diapers, stinking up the place? Man, I had some cards made for the business, and I'm telling you, every single where I went, like, I had a goal in mind. I'm passing out 10 business cards a day. I'm getting in everybody's face. Everybody's face. Everywhere I went. You know what I'm saying? Passed out cards. Do not neglect the power of hand-to-hand handoff. That's how me and Craig was able to sell out the comedy show at the Comedy Union. That's how I sold out 3 comedy shows out here with no social media. The Comedy Union, Flappers Comedy Club, and the J Spot. 0 social media. It was God, me praying. 1. Number 2, I had a really good team of people putting the word out. But also, 2, man, I was walking up to people, passing out cards, making people laugh on sidewalks that I promoted for 3 months, putting up flyers. I did the same strategy with my ex-wife's daycare. We blew that up. In 3 months, it was packed. So the daycare and the used car lot, turned into $1 million business in 2.5 years. So that's my suggestion. Use what you have, but don't neglect talking to people. People ain't talking to nobody no more, man. Especially if they've been in the house for 2 years. People strange. But if you walk up to somebody presentable, smile on your face, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what your business is, but you like, man, blah, blah, blah. Who's taking care of your whatever needs? You know what I'm saying? Your production company, when you started it, I know equipment, camera, lights is expensive. Did you start small or went for a business loan? I started small, my G. I started super small. I just got some lights and stuff off Amazon. I got a camera and a computer. And I just started small and just started doing small projects. And not only that, you can have a production company, but not own that equipment. Like I got a production company. So what I'll do is I secured the Source Trucking commercial, right? I worked out the budget, talked to him, I wrote it, I presented the whole plan to him, I did everything. And then out of the budget, I hired a production team. You feel me? So you could have a production company and not own a camera or any lighting equipment. You just be the mouthpiece. You go get the bag. You secure the $10,000 spot, and then you go hire a production crew for $2,000. And you keep 8 bands. You know what I'm saying? Making moves with no social media. I mean, I got social media now, but other people run it. What's the goal thing you said right now? Take out a sheet of paper. Take out a sheet of paper and write down 3 short-term and 3 long-term goals. Put some tape on it, put it on your wall. Put it on your bathroom mirror. When you're brushing your teeth, look at that. Take your time. 3 short-term, 3 long-term goals. You got to write the vision, make it plain. We got too much stuff in our head, but we got to have it out. We got to get it outside of our head on a piece of paper that we can see it and then look at it every day. I'm gonna tell you what, if you really want to go to the next level, this is for my believers. This ain't for everybody. This is for people that believe that prayer is real. If you don't think prayer is real, then this ain't for you. If you really want to go to the next level, write down 3 short-term goals and 3 long-term goals and put on your wall, and pick out one of your favorite scriptures, print it out, put that on your wall too. Start letting that get in you. Again, this ain't for everybody. This is just for my believers. Game changer. First scripture I ever printed out was Psalms 112, verse 1 through 3. Printed it out probably like 04, 05. I printed it out, put it on my bathroom mirror. Memorized it. And that's how I started internalizing scripture. Joshua 1:8 says, when we meditate on the law of the Lord day and night, we will make our way prosperous and have good success. You want to make your way prosperous and have good success? Start getting that word in you on a regular. That ain't everybody. That ain't for everybody though. What was the scripture you said with the goals? Habakkuk. I'll put it in the chat. 2, verse 2 through 3. Write the vision, make it plain, the vision to speak. And don't hate on me now. This is for the believers. This ain't for everybody. People be like, Charlie believe in the sky daddy, man. He believe in the white Jesus, man. This is what I believe. I ain't hating on you. You can worship whatever you want. You can worship a rock. You can worship draws. If that's what you want, cool. But I'm talking to people that, that believe. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to believe, that's cool. It just ain't the truth. The truth will make you free. So, C. Gomez, my man, all love. So look, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in. I've been on here for 90 minutes, even though I can't stand these podcasts, but I love giving y'all game. I just want to thank everybody. Dre Deakey, what up? Thanks again for the donation, Christopher Kerr. I believe you drinking murky tap water. Whatever, man. Whatever, dude. Y'all funny, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. I'm doing my best to stay consistent, even though it's tough to do these. I don't like them, but I love helping people. I love giving real game, man. All love, Christopher Kirk. All love to everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody that bought books on the website. I love charlienewhart.com. I got my audiobook, comedy special, Roasted in Public on there. Thank you so much for everybody that got on there. Thank you for everybody that donated in the chat today, man. I love giving y'all game, man, and to see y'all reciprocate the love, it blesses my heart. I just want to see y'all win, man. Flat out. I love y'all because I love myself.